Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I better take that off completely. Can't hear what I'm saying. Mixture of Slipknot and Rammstein. Yeah, I'm a bit wound up at the moment, but hey, fuck it. Life goes on, doesn't it? So I hope everyone's safe and well after Storm, Cedric, Boris, and every fucker else, the name they can think of for one of these things. Where do they get these names from? I really don't know. Well, we've had a few issues here at Twisted Towers. As you know, I was trying to get the temperatures dropped down in the growing on tank so I could move some of the bigger ones out into the toe side tank. Yeah, that didn't happen. I was around the brother-in-law's with Susan on Friday. The doors are open and everything, just, you know, lids are off because I'm cooling things down. I'm out over the brother-in-law's, like I say, and Susan gets a phone call because I'm on the phone with someone else. It's my daughter. One of the fish have jumped out of the growing on tank. Oh my fucking word. Mate, couldn't get over it quick enough because Susan got a picture sent to her, and driving down the road all I could see was Deutsch, and all I thought was, oh no, that's Andy from Derby Coy's fucking Deutsch Platinum Ogon. Oh, that's all we need. I'll tell you what, my daughter is a fucking star. Fair play to her. She doesn't do fish, period. She'll go fishing, she'll do all the rod and reel bit, but she won't touch that fish, period. Well, what actually happened, well, what brought her attention to it was I usually keep my bowls up here. They slide on and off. Well, she was in the dining room working from home. She heard this clatter and a bang, looked through the window, she saw a bit of blue, so she thought, Dad can sort that out when he gets home. Poor cow. She sat there and she's thinking, no, something's not right. So she come out, grabbed hold of the bowls, went to slide them back in, and then there she found my fucking lemon harawaki on the floor, gasping. Oh my word. If it could have been any fish, it had to be fucking that one, didn't it? Well, thankfully, she's only grazed ever so slightly her right cheek, just below the eye. A little bit of dorsal damage and a little bit of tail damage, which shouldn't take too long to heal and get back to how it should be. So thank fuck for that. It could have been worse. It could have been worse. So yep, my bubs saves the day. She's my hero in more ways than one. Yep, definitely. But the other problem we had, and this is one of the reasons why I'm trying to get everything now into a fiberglass state. I've already spoken with the owner, but I found one of the small ones stuck in a fucking crease that I thought was sealed up with gold label. Well, obviously not, because I found it. I was in there Wednesday, I think it was. Where the fuck is? I turned all the air and off and everything, and it wasn't until I moved the aquarium heaters. It must have got caught in the air column with the air stone in that corner. I must have just wedged it right up inside the crease. Oh my word, I was fucking good. Oh, it was up like a fucking balloon, and I mean like a balloon. But I've got it in a floating net. It's now no longer looking like a pine cone balloon. Just need to start getting the slime coat back on there, then I can start doing some more topical treating to it. But by the time it's ready for collection in April, she should be back in tip-top condition. We will go and have a look in there shortly. So yes, so what am I going to do about the toe side tank, which is chugging along nicely? Really pleased with that. I've got a small air pump on there, and to be honest, I'm quite pleased with the way it's working. It's only a 10 litres a minute pump. It's well, I'll turn the camera around and I'll show you. But we've got lots to do. There was that same day when we came rushing home, Susan went to open the gate and couldn't open the gate because half of the wood that was on top of the shed had been blown off, and one of the biggest pieces was inches away from my fucking glass window. Yes, my arse did pucker when I walked through that gate. But all is good. So yeah, there's a lot of tidying up to do and whatnot, but I'll run through what I'm going to get up to over the coming week. So let me spin you around. So yeah, as I was saying, Tosai tank is running extremely well. With the dust and the crap that come off of some of the new media that I put into the shower, and one bit of media there that I dropped, and already this window needs fucking cleaning and there's nothing in it. Jesus, it's going to be a busy fucking year if that's going to be the case. Oh my word. So yeah, there you can see the airlift coming out. There is, as you can see, there is a circular flow on it, and the skimmer is skimming. Bits of crap and stuff in there, and there's leaves in the basket. So yeah, this is just a little one of them little air pumps from Swell.co.uk or whatever it is. 10 litres a minute, and it's skimming perfectly. So got to give this a bloody good clean now, and then give it a bloody good top up. And then what I'm going to do is, I've got a few small ones in here that I need to move on, and there's a few of the smaller ones that I'm moving on for someone else. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move them over there, just so I can start kicking things off on the filter side of things. So, but the plan is I want to get rid of the Venturi over there in the corner, and the reason I want to get rid of the Venturi is because I've been watching the progress for a while now, and as you can see, all my fish are up and about, and they're loving life. Even though it's bloody fresh out here today, they're loving life. But the only water that's coming in is through the blade. Now, I have noticed on more than one occasion, and I'm running 10,000 litre an hour Veriflow pump on 30% on the skimmer line, but as soon as I put a circular flow into my pond, my fish sulk. Now, how does that make sense? And as my witness, I had Kev round over the weekend from Dorset Koi Pond, and I showed him, and he couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. So, I don't think I'm going to be bothering to put a bypass in when I put the shower in, and I'm also thinking I'm not going to bother putting a double shower in. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to get another tier to go on top of that one, and then those pipes there will get replaced for that blade. And then what I will do is I will make a second hanger, and I will put them either side of the shower. Yes, moving it from there. So for today, what I'm going to be looking at doing is I want to get that cut off of there, so the water is just plunging straight down into it for the moment, because I'm going to have to take all this down and apart anyway before I can start thinking about putting the shower back together. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to feed the shower with both the skimmer filter and the bottom drain filter. So even if I turn the skimmer off, the shower is still running. And then also, other than tidying up all this crapperoo, Also, while we're in here, shower's off at the moment because I've got to change the floss in a second. But I also now want to start looking at getting this in situation up there. So then that is done out of the way, which will then sort a lot of this out as well. Give me a bit more space over there. And as I say, these, since Friday, I've had the temperature turn back up. And as you can see, back to being ravenous bloody hungry. But there she is. Still got a little bit of redness on the top of her dorsal fin. And a little bit of redness just on the tips of her tail. But other than that, we're doing hunky-dory. In fact, we'll have a look at this little one while we're at it. Oh yes, he's doing a hell of a lot better. And so we've just got a few areas to sort out and he will be as good as new. He has been eating, he's eating just as well as this lot in here. There she is, bless her. That dorsal and that tail shouldn't take... What the fuck? What the fuck? I've just lost all my fucking electric. Right, I'm going to have to push you guys down a minute. Hey, howdy doody dee, ladies and gentlemen. What a day yesterday. Problems with the electric, and I was going to show you the poorly bambino, wasn't I? And then yeah, well, Susan had a bit of bad news at work, so took the rest of the day off on the koi stuff, spent it with Sue. So yeah, didn't get much done at all yesterday. Not got much done at all this morning because I've been helping the brother-in-law. I've now got a gas barbecue that's got to go out the front. I've managed to start sorting out and tidying up the wood, but I really need to get this easy pod cleaned. So the only way I'm going to be able to do that at this present moment in time is to disconnect the one that's in there that runs everything else, just so I can get it out here, get that pod cleaned, get it emptied, get the tank top back up, and then like I say, there's some little ones over there in the growing, not having in the growing on tank, fucking hell, Vincent, get it right. Some little ones over here in the smaller, doing it fucking again. I am going to be moving on a few of the smaller ones that are in here over there. So what I'll do is I'll flip you around, because I'm going to be building a little shelf for the little air pump for the airlift, and yeah, late in the afternoon again, but hey, shit's got to get done somehow, isn't it? So if I ain't going to do it, it's never going to get done, and then I ain't never going to get anywhere. So anyway, let me stop flapping my gums and I'll spin you around. First of all, we'll go inside. So yeah, there we go. Flip you around. And like I say, temperature is about the 18 at the moment. But like I said, when I found him, he was blown up like a pine cone balloon, but now he's gone down. He's had one course of treatments. I'll leave him another few days and I'll give him another course. But yeah, these These are ravenous at the moment again. So yeah, the whole plan yesterday of trying to get the UV in up there and get pipe work rerouted and rerouted. You dumb twat. I'm sorry, sorry, cupcakes. It's just my brain is all over the place at the moment. Don't know what I'm doing half of the time. But yep, as I say, Bambinos are doing really well. In fact, 7 of the Bambinos will be going up to the bald reefer for the bald reefer. Well, he is bald, but the balding reefer, he's got 7 fish going up to him on Friday, and we will be there for the Friday night live. I will also be selecting 2 fish with Susan later on, and I'll be sending a video of that to the balding reefer, because the balding reefer is going to raffle them off on the Friday, or he might actually start the raffle beforehand, but it will more than likely be drawn on the Friday evening. So that being said, I'm gonna get on and try and get a little bit of shit done. I ain't gonna even attempt to touch that today. Fishies are doing well. Loving life. Loving life. Really happy with the pond at the moment. Like I say, I've just got to disconnect that one up there. That's not an issue, because I can unhook that from there. It's just I've got to open that up, disconnect that, take it outside just so I can get that one cleaned, because I'm going to need it back in here for tomorrow, so I can clean that, the skimmer, and yeah. So you're not you know, you just can't help yourself. So look, you can have a few. And the lemon harawaki is looking miles better. Thankfully, she didn't damage her skin at all. She's got a slight little tear in her dorsal fin, and the end of the tail doesn't look as bad as it did on the day she came out. There she is, bless her. Yeah, she's looking 100% better. So yeah, it's going to be a pretty hectic week this week, but get the weekend out of the way, and once I've got the weekend out of the way, I will bowl up or net up all the ones that are left that are or will be for sale come April. Alright guys, so on that note, I'll give them another little sprinkle. Oh, don't chuck the lid in on top of them, you dickhead. That's a problem when you're trying to do things with one hand. There we go. Leave them with their munchity. Like I say, I've got to start doing this, because like I say, I want to get some fish in there. Just like everyone else wants to see fish swimming about in there. So without further ado, I'll start flapping me gums and pull my finger out my arse. Back in a bit. Well, there we go, cupcakes. That's that on a boil. That's a combination of PP and whatever crap 10,000 litres an hour has pushed out of that thing. But as you can see, there is a few bits floating around in there since I've turned the pump off. But I can still see the bottom perfectly well. I'll dump this, purge the pipe work, boil it a second time, and then it's go time. Yeah, managed to cobble something together just so I can get it clean, so I can get a few fishes moved over. So yeah, while that's boiling, and now the next job is to get myself a nice little shelf there for this little pump to sit on, and then I'll make a shelf sat ready then for the air pump for the Easy Pod to sit on, because I like to have as little pipe work as possible. Where possible, it is always best to have as little pipe work as possible, because then it cuts down on flow reduction and crap build up. Yeah. Turn the skimmer off a second. So yeah, you can see the bottom, and I know there is some bits on the bottom, but once I've got fish swimming about in there, won't be long before that disappears. Absolutely, that will disappear. But yeah, we're plodding along. They're plodding along. Plodding along, singing a song I never heard. Yeah, that's enough of that. Me singing is almost as bad as me dancing is. Oh, look at that, she's my baby. Oh yeah. So yeah, I'm going to put you down, get a bit of wood cut, and if this weather stays like this, I might even be able to get a coat of paint up later on all. Well, that's me stopping for a minute. Dinner's just been called. So yeah, made a shelf that pumps there. I don't think this is the pump that is going to stay there. Like I said, I've had to take it down from in there just so I can give this a clean. It's running fairly clean now. That's just discoloration in the water. Airlift can go back on until I come out later and shorten the cable. But yeah, shorten the airline on there, and that'll all be pegged in place, so it can't go nowhere. And then I know the hose is there, that's for cleaning that out, because what I'm going to do is, because I'm going to move some fish from out of there, I'm just going to bucket a load of water over once I've dumped that and refilled it. So I'll be back out in a bit. Well, that's the Easy Pod. I had 2 cleans. That'll do for the minute. I've murkied things up a little bit in there at the moment, because I've oh look, we're already starting to get green on the sides already. Look at that. Oh, and not forgetting, if you look carefully, my fingerprints there. But yeah, what I'm doing is I'm topping back up with some buckets from here, and then I'm going to net a couple of these up and move them across. So yeah, so back to you shortly. Well, there we go, cupcakes. Just coming up to 9:30. I better call it a night, otherwise Susan will come out and have me nuts. But yeah, been round, made a shelf for my air pumps. There's a little one that's running the airlift, and that's where the one that will be cleaning the Easy Pod will stay. and given all the front. I haven't done that bit yet, but I've given the case there its first coat of black. And given over the pipework so everything starts to blend in and look the same. I've given the front of here a bloody good coat of paint, and given the back gate a coat of paint. So who did we move over? Well, we've got the little Kiki Koryu down there, that's going to my man Jig's Mountain View Koi Pond, and the chocolate chag there is going to my man Kevin at Dorset Koi Pond, and the shabumpkin there is going to my man Jose from Barcelona. And then I've got to find homes for the Karashigoi, the Harawaki, the one-step Kahaku, and the Platinum Ogon. Just thought we'd put a couple in just to give us a kickstart. And of course they've been outside anyway, because they've came from the main pond. So like I said, I did a good old clean of the easy pod, and then I topped back up with water from the main pond. It's nice to see fish in there. It is lovely to see fish in there, and obviously there will get slightly more fish in there as we progress. Here we go. Like I say, that's had its first coat of paint. I'll be tacking this area next. This area is going to be my bagging, bowling and everything else station there. That's another job to do, but I think I'm going to make a start on that tomorrow, weather permitting. This is looking a little cloudy because I've been round pulling out, yep, you guessed it, give round the bottom drain a good bloody scrub again. No, you're not having food. Listen this, look. It's like a flock of fucking sheep without rattling the bucket. So yeah, that's where we're at. No point showing you them because they've all been switched off now, so I think it's time to switch that one off. We'll put that skimmer on for a minute. Switch that one off. On that note, I will more than likely catch you tomorrow.
That's all, cupcakes.